Ya Allah. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Eûzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Madad. Ya sahibu sayf shabrul kabrisi. Rabbani madad. We are asking support madad from our Sheikh, your Sheikh, my Sheikh, Sheikh of the world, Sheikh of the universes. Alamlari, so many worlds they know him. We don't know him. This world doesn't know him. Murids don't know him. Those who are close to him don't know him. Those who have been with him for years don't know him. He is an undiscovered treasure, of course. But soon that treasure is going to be shown a little bit. And this whole world is going to be in amazement, inshallah. He is coming back. The empire is also coming back. Don't doubt that. Don't forget that. That is what we are living for. That is what we are hoping and what we are putting our eyes to. We are not hoping for this world. We are not hoping for better situation, better cars, better houses, better jobs. No, we are hoping for that day when Islam is going to rule in this world with the Ottomans. And we're asking Allah to make us to be included in that. We know that we are no good for nothing. We know that we cannot do anything. We know that our service is weak. And we are His ajiz servants, His dirty servants. But with the love that we have, inshallah Rahman, sincerity that we have, inshallah, for our Shaykh, may He put us amongst those ones who will be of great service to Islam in the Akhir Zaman. Yes, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Salam, a word of peace from your Lord. That is what we are looking for. That ayat, Shaykh Effendi Hazretleri has said so many times. And that ayat, of course, is coming from Surah Al-Yasin. And we are living for that. We are existing for that. For our Lord to say, salams, salams, from the Lord of peace. Salams from the Lord of the most merciful. Salams from the Lord of the most compassionate. When we get that salams, we will be the winner, dunya and akhirat. We're asking support from our Shaykh to send us what is necessary for us, for you, for me, for the whole world, for us to take and for us to apply to our lives. Inshallah Rahman. This way will continue through association. Association, tariqat, sohbat. Through association, man will find the direction. If there is no sohbat, there is no Islam. What you're going to take is just your own opinions or other people's opinions. These days, you're taking it from here, from there, from media, from corrupted scholars, from your own ego, from kafir, interpreting our own religion, and we're saying that that is Islam. It is not Islam. That is not Islam. That is a made-up religion. The Islam which Holy Prophet ﷺ brought 1400 years ago reached to its highest point, especially during the time of the Ottomans, where Islam spread through east and west, north and south. And the West and the Kafirs and the Christian world, they come and they look, especially in the lands that is directly ruled by the Ottomans, and they were in amazement. You don't believe me? Go and look. Don't believe these lies that they put out. What lies can they put out? It is not going to destroy the truth because it's there. It is hidden. And you're going to see. It is not our people that are writing it. They themselves, they are writing it. And they are in amazement at the kind of society, the kind of community, the kind of nation, the kind of Islamic empire that Islam is able to produce. In amazement. They say such a thing exists in this world. Such a thing. Don't look at how the Muslims are today. Of course the Muslims today, they are the worst. Of course they are. What do you expect when there is no Khalifa? The worst. What do you expect when they're rejecting that Khalifa? Non-stop, the curse is raining. What do you expect when the people are saying, we don't follow Khalifa, we don't follow sheikhs, we don't follow imams, we don't follow anyone except for our own ego, except for our own nafs, and we're going to interpret the Quran and the Hadith as we like. Isn't this what school is teaching us? Don't we have intelligence to read and to write? So why we can't make up our own religion? This is what is happening. Islam has, not Islam, the Muslims have come to the lowest point. Don't look at the numbers. Don't look saying so excited. Oh, so and so became Muslim. This became Muslim. That became Muslim. Jackson becomes Muslim. So many people become a Muslim. Yes, but what kind of Islam? What kind of Islam are we living? What kind of Islam are we sharing? What kind of Islam? This kind of Islam. This kind of Islam that we are following the ego and the nafs. This kind of Islam that's saying we're not going to obey the Shariat, or we're not going to obey the Khalifa. This kind of Islam that is saying we can obey and make up as we like, whatever we like, whenever we like. And we're not going to follow 1400 years of tradition. Yes, this kind of Islam in the Akhir of the Akhir Zaman, 21st century man, women's, children, young and old, from 7 to 70 years old, this is what majority they are following. And they are following non-stop their own ego bounding towards hellfire. May Allah protect us from that. What was the Muslims not too long ago? In the 1800s, so many Europeans, they come to the Ottoman lands and they look. They are going to put so many lies about the politics, definitely. Because nobody understands politics, number one. Nobody understands Islamic politics. Nobody understands Ottoman politics, definitely. So, a lot of lies they are writing. If you have some intelligence, you're going to say, at least don't let me read something that is written by the enemies of Islam. Let me read something that the Muslims themselves write. But Muslims don't have even that much intelligence. But look, it's there. It's also open. When I mean it's hidden, it doesn't mean that it's impossible to find. It is there, but through very unlikely sources. You find in the 1800s, these are the last years of the Ottoman Empire, where it is becoming weaker. And more Europeans, they are coming and they are observing Ottoman life. And how the Ottomans, they were living. Read those things and understand. If you have wisdom, you can put two and two together a little bit. And you say, is this kind of people living? Subhanallah. These kind of people are living in this world. Shaykh Effendi told us some time ago, not too long ago, not 1,000 years ago, 100 years ago. In the Ottoman lands, in the middle of the city or the town or the village, they used to have a charity box. This is enough for a man of understanding to know what kind of Islam, the Prophet ﷺ's Islam that is teaching, what kind of manners is produced from that kind of Islam. What kind of society, what kind of mentality, what kind of vision they have, what kind of idea they have about this life, and what kind of idea they have about the hereafter. They have a charity box. And that charity box is made of it's made of stone or wood, that a man has to reach and standing on his tiptoe to reach. And there is like a bowl in the center of that box where you can reach and you can take. And people are putting money in there. And people are taking it as much as they need. What they need. No one is taking more than their share. Whatever they need, they take. If they don't need, they leave it there. Not like today's men, today's people, today's Muslims. We have so much wealth, but yes, we don't have that generosity of the spirit. These boxes is not low, it's high. The reason Shaykh Effendi is saying is that you don't know who is putting and who is taking. The man can keep his honor. The man can keep his honor. So you don't know whether the man is taking the money or is putting the money. And the man who is putting, they are hiding it too. If they are not doing it in the daytime, they're doing it hiddenly. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, what the right hand gives, the left hand must not know. This is the Islam. And there's thousands of hadiths showing how Muslims are supposed to live. Hadith that is in this way, in that vein, in that character, in that color. What the right hand gives, the left hand must not know. Meaning, don't brag, don't boast, don't be proud, don't even acknowledge something that you give. What the right hand gives and the left hand does not know? What does that mean? That means that whatever that you are giving in the name of Allah, you must forget even the memory of you giving it. You must not even remember. Not like today. What do we have? Fundraising. Names to be put in golden alphabets in front of the masjid to say, Dr. So-and-so has given for this masjid this much money. Everybody's saying, oh, he gives that much, I must give this. Or that is a high level, because we are following now Yahudis having fundraising dinners. To what? To build masjid. That is how Prophet taught us. How to build masjids, having fundraising. There is a way. There is Islamic way. But we are so used to these ways that is not coming from the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Sahabi Kiram, is awliya Allah, then you're going to make up your own thing. Whatever that is familiar to you, you're going to take. And then on the lowest level, what do we have? In the masjids, Imam, every Friday, every khutbah, money. Masjid needs money. Masjid needs sadaqah. Masjid needs zakat. Masjid needs donations. Give money to masjid over and over and over again. Is this how Prophet ﷺ was teaching how believers should be maintaining the masjid? Is this how, by this maintenance, Allah is going to say, Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim? Or they're putting the sadaqah box. They used to put it by the door. Now they don't even. They're going around. They're going around, stopping in the middle of the khutbah too. They're passing the sadaqah, but they don't pass the sadaqah box. They walk right in front of you to make sure that you put something inside. And the man, maybe the man doesn't have any money. So many people, they are poor. You're going to break his heart. You're going to force him to put. That time you think the money that is going to come is going to be blessed. Is going to have barakat. No. What the right hand gives, the left hand must not know. This is opposite. Black is white and white is black in the Akhir Zaman. They're saying what the right hand gives, everybody must know. Forget about the hands. Everybody's hands must know, and feet and heads, everyone must know. This is against Islam. There's so much wisdom to that. Look, simple thing the Ottomans did. One charity box, and they're not even letting the people know. It is not even open for people to know whether you're giving or you're taking. And the people who take, they take as what is enough. There was one traveler, a French traveler, who was looking at that and he said, for weeks, I saw nobody took from that charity box. And the money did not lessen, did not decrease, meaning the money was left. Yes. And that is when Sultan Mehmed Fatih Khan, Jannat Makan, may Allah raise his station higher and higher and give more himmat to our Shaykh and to us, inshallah. May we finish his work to open and Istanbul the second time, inshallah. After he conquered Istanbul, Constantinople at that time, he gathered, because the Byzantine king also, he imprisoned so many of the top priests in the dungeons, because they warned him and they talked to him about the Ottomans. And he didn't like it so much. He imprisoned them. And when the city fell, the Sultan, through inspiration, understood that there were a lot of holy people that were in the dungeons that he did not know before. So he released them. And he also asked them, how long do you think this empire, the Ottomans, they are going to last? How long is it going to last? Let me tell you another story. When the Byzantine emperor saw the Ottomans, they're coming to conquer the Istanbul, and he is looking and he's understanding some things. So he said to his scouts, to his spies, he says, go around and look in how the Ottomans are, their soldiers, their encampments, their spirits, and come back, take a report and come back to me. This way we know what kind of people they are, we know what their strengths are, and we know what their weaknesses are. The spies went, and they came back, and they said, oh, our great king, oh, our emperor, we are finished. And the king said to him, what do you mean we're finished? Speak, what did you see? And he said, we are finished, because never have I seen a group of people that they are worshipping during the night, and in the daytime they are fighting. And if they come across a land where they're in need of something, they don't steal, they don't hurt, they don't burn, they don't destroy. That if they take the fruits from our people and our villages, they put the money in a bag and they tie it to the tree. And it says, with this kind of people, with this kind of spirit, definitely we cannot hold back. Definitely we cannot stop them from coming. And they did. They went over mountains. They brought ships over mountains. And they walked over the seas, over the water. So the whole world will witness that again and more, inshallah. What kind of Islam did they bring? They brought and they spread the Islam of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, because they believed and they loved and they stood for the honor of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. They did not believe in doing it for the dunya, for their own advantage, for their own worldly gain. What they were looking for is that title, Salamun Qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. And that title was given because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying that commander that conquers Constantinople, Istanbul, oh, what a great commander he is, the greatest. And the army that accompanies him, what a great army it is. They were racing until the time of Sultan Mehmed Fatih. I believe there were 23 times that the Muslims came to the walls of the Byzantine Empire, but no permission is given to them. Every one of them, they were going to get that praise from the Prophet. Once you secure that praise from the Prophet ﷺ, then definitely your Lord will be happy with you. That time you think this world is something? Yes, that time when you conquer a place with that spirit and you make the people to understand Islam. And when outside they come in and they observe how the Muslims are living in their worst times, but still under a Khalifa. And they marvel and they say, what a society this is. Yes, that is the Islam that we must return to. The world had seen that. The West is saying, speaking, philosophy, so much, saying, utopia, utopia, does utopia exist? Perfect society exists? Of course, they want perfection according to what? According to their own ego. Perfection according to their own egos again. If you ask what is utopia, 21st century, completely different. 1900s, completely different. 15th century, completely different. 600s, completely different. Because if you are following the ego, if you're following how the mind is thinking and how the ego is pulling you, how the world is, what your desires are, then that time is always going to be different. But if you are looking, yes, a perfect society, a utopia, that is according to Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, not according to man. Man is going to say now what kind of society this is. On the one hand, yes, the West note that the Ottomans, they were living such honorable lives. But on the other hand, they say they're not so clever, they're not so intelligent, because they have so much land, they're not working on it. They're not building buildings on it. They're not taking things from the land. They're not destroying the lands. They're not taking things out. They're not using it. They're not abusing it. That kind of a man, they're saying, although he has very good character, is not too intelligent. So, utopia, a perfect society, according to who? For the believers, first is Allah. Allah and His Holy Prophet ﷺ has showed us a way in how to live in this world. The perfection that we're looking for is to become a servant. Is to become a servant of our Lord. To live in a community, to live in a country, to live in a nation where everyone is living according to sohbat, living according to association, living according to the idea that we are here as servants to serve. And it is impossible to serve Allah and His Prophet without serving each other. So once you start serving each other, yes, you may not have so much according to how worldly people are looking, but you are the most wealthy. You are the most rich. Because now your spirit, there's nothing in this world that can satisfy your spirit. Only Allah. And what Allah has given to you, you want to share it with the whole world. You don't want to keep it to yourself. We are not ones. We are not ones who say we follow a spiritual way or religion that says, no, Allah is only for us, not for others. Spirituality is only for us, not for others. Religion is only for us, not for others. All these good things, dunya and akhirah, is only for us, not for others, because we are special. We are not those ones. We are saying what we have, we want you to have too. And what we have, we want you to have better. The world has never seen such a humiliation coming to this ummah. More punishment is going to come. More punishment is going to come because mankind is remaining stubborn and arrogant. And the Muslims are remaining stubborn and arrogant. And they're not waking up. They're not waking up to understand what it is, what they have done. What they have done to pull that punishment, to pull that curse from the heavens. They're still thinking, no. If only we have more technology and more education, then we are going to be better. We're going to be number one. We're going to be as we were during the time of Baghdad or Spain, they are going to say. Because those people, they had dunya, don't you see? They had dunya, and once we have dunya, then the whole dunya is going to run after us. Allah, Allah. As it was. The Muslims had all this knowledge. Remember, we were so busy having all this knowledge that the West, they were chasing after us. So, the key is we must go back to be having all this worldly knowledge again, so the West can be chasing after us. What a ignorance is that? What an ignorance is that? Inshallah, we will wake up. Inshallah, Muslims everywhere will wake up to understand that we have to go back to the way of the Prophet ﷺ, to his inheritors, to follow one. Doesn't matter who it is that you're following. To follow one man, one guide, one murshid that is going to guide you, that you're going to take orders from, that you're going to consult with, that is going to bring you to Siratul Mustaqim. Even if that one is not such a good one, even if that one is a cheater, even if that one is a fake, it doesn't matter. Because with that sincerity, Allah will have a better one to be appearing for you. Because you are doing what Allah is saying, what Allah is commanding, to be with the Salihin, to have a leader. Inshallah, we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring us the right and the most powerful leader to come, who is going to save this world, inshallah, Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam. And we hope and we pray that time the believers, north and south, east and west, they will come together, regardless of their religion or their nationality, but only understanding that there is a truth. There is an Allah, there is a Creator, there are holy people, and there is a truth. And we live in this world, we must live serving each other, and we must live to take care of this world. In that time, inshallah rahman, we will be in safety. Wa min Allah tawfiq. May Allah forgive me and bless all of you for the sake of our Shaykh. Tarikatana sohba fil hayri min jamia. This tarikat continues. This tarikat is based on association. Association, it is necessary. It is the backbone of the religion. With association, one person speaks and others listen. In association, the one who is speaking is not speaking from his own stomach. He is getting inspiration. Our Shaykh is speaking. And when our Shaykh is speaking, he is speaking from the heavenly stations to give us what is necessary for us to take and to carry. And if we take that, we'll find safety, dunya and akhirat, inshallah. Wa min Allah tawfiq. May Allah bless our Shaykh and bring him to higher and higher stations for the sake of our grand Shaykh, for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. May Allah grant more health and power to our grand Shaykh, and to bring all those ones who are sleeping, who are in deviation, back into the Siratul Mustaqim. Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.